Okay, so I think I'm gonna try out playing some out of the park baseball. Might be able to make the videos faster, and it might be a little easier for me to edit and all that, but I don't know. I'm trying both things out, get a comfortable schedule going on. I've been real busy, so I've been barely doing stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna do this with the Washington Nationals just because they're a pretty bad team, and you know, but not with like a super small budget, so I think it'll be an interesting, you know, experiment with them. I've already set up the league and everything, but what I haven't done is made any transactions or anything like that. I've just set up, the league settings and all that, which there's stuff, I might change down the line if I don't like it, but yeah, and let me know feedback of like how I should go back and show you transactions and all that and what's happened, but I'll try my best to see whatever works. Okay, let me go through this. I kind of did it horrendously because I did minor stuff, asked them to set up a minor league system and kind of messed this up a little bit so it looks all crazy. But option Andres Machado, Jordan Williams, released Corey Dickerson. Then we, where's the next part of something that I did? We, did I do that? I don't know. I might have called him up. Yes, I called Cole Henry up just to get him, a little bit. He looks pretty decent and he's 24, so try him out. And then DJ Hers, just got him from Candelario trade. Wanted to try him out. He's interesting. Sent down Corey Abbott. We called up this guy. Never heard of him, but looks pretty good. Real good. And then send Trevor Williams down. What is that? That's awful. And we have one roster spot open. I offered a contract to Albert Elmore Jr. This team's going to be bad for the first year, obviously, because I did live start, and it's going to be bad next year. It's going to be bad for a while. But I can't be fired on this because sometimes they like to fire even though, your roster is horrendous and you're rebuilding, but so, yeah. Okay, so we claimed Jesus Sanchez off waivers from the Marlins. He looks pretty good defensively for a corner outfielder, and he has a bit of pop in him, so I'm thinking this is some pretty high upside. Okay, now somehow Blake Sable was on the waiver wire, so I claimed him because, look at that. We barely have him scouted, and he looks like a heavy platoon guy, but it doesn't really matter. I'm willing to take a chance on him, especially if he performs good. We have him for 6 years. Now, Richard Blyer here is on the waiver wire, but I would pick him up for next year for a team option of 3.75 because, I don't care about winning now. I'm waiting to... If I'm getting a veteran, it's to trade him at the deadline next year. I'm interested in him, but I don't know about that much money, so I think I'm going to wait in free agency and see if I can get him for less than that. But I am interested. In real life, I really do like Richard Blyer. I know he's struggling, but his years in Miami were, and a little bit of Baltimore. I don't know. He just doesn't strike people out, and yet he was always pretty solid. I always liked him. Okay, it's September, so roster's expanding. I have all the other guys on rehab assignments over here that are injured, that already started injured. I don't know if Strasburg's done for the year or not, but I think I have to bring him back at the end of the year in this anyways, so I'm just going to do it now since the roster's expanded, but yeah, he's not that good, and oh my god, we're going to have to deal with that for a while, but he'll come back, and then Harvey, or I'm thinking Arano probably. Maybe I have to send someone down, I'll let you know. This is a big blow for us. CJ Abrams just ruptured his medial collateral ligament, so he's out 7 to 8 months. Maybe the best player on the team right now. And, you know, young guy, he's the shortstop, you know, and he's going to be out for the rest of this year, which isn't like 2 weeks, but then a lot of next year, too. That really sucks. I forgot to mention that... Where is it? I already lost it. Carter Kieboom, just because we need a body, he'll be playing shortstop even though he doesn't have the ratings. And then it just happened recently and I can't seem to find it. Well, anyways, Strasburg, it's probably right here and I just can't find it. Strasburg got hurt for like 15 days, but I just put him on that IL just to end the season. You know, no real need to pitch him that much. I mean, he's, you know, Nationals legend and all that, but that doesn't matter in out-of-the-park baseball. Okay, so season's over. We went 75 and 87, not as bad as what I was expecting. Kinda also not as bad as I was hoping to, you know. Rays won the division over them. Wow. Guardians came out and took it from the Twins with 1 game. By 1 game, that was a close race too. Texas, Houston. Yeah. Braves over Phillies. Braves are so good. The Reds, wow. Don't know what happened to Cardinals. I don't understand. No one understands that team. And then the Dodgers, Cardinals. What the heck's going on here? They gonna play? I don't think I don't have the tiebreaker day. Yeah, and like, you know, it should be tiebreaker record over each other or something or whatever. Wait, no, they should just be in the wild card. I don't know why it's saying. Wait, no, I can't read. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do there. That's not what I meant to press. That's Arias. Yep. For average. And then Seager. What the heck did he went off? What the heck happened? Holy crap. Did I like not know he was doing that? And wow. He's batting 350. Okay. I had no idea. Olsen and Otani, neither of them get 60. RBIs, dang. That's pretty good. Seager slugging, huh? Just had a lot of doubles, I guess. Wow, Seager lit, wow. Yeah, a lot of doubles, but still, I don't know, man. That's a lot. Javi, wow, okay. 64 stolen bases are back, man. Okay. Schwarber with a 200K season. That's crazy. Austin Hedges with 11 sacrifice hits. Okay. Uri Garcol, only 304. I mean, that's high usually for league leader, you know. No 21 season. He struggled. Class A, Gallon, yeah. Sandy, how many complete games does he have in real life this year? Does it not say? Come on, where is it? He has 3 in real life, so okay. So 2 of them were in the sim. Framer had 5 too. Mon had 2 shutouts. Well, yeah. he did not do good in the year, really. Go back sucks like always. Good. Eduardo Rodriguez, my Tigers. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I already forgot about the new international signing system. I forget if you have to do it throughout the year too or not. I don't remember. So I just got the notification to do it or whatever. So I'm doing it. If I already mess this up, my bad, will be set, a year back on international. Not a whole year, but, a couple months or whatever. Not sure if I really messed that up or not, though. Okay, so the Atlanta Braves won the World Series, probably the favorite to do it. If you want to see, the individual series, there's a lot of sweeps early on, except for the Wild Card round, there's only one, but division series, 3 sweeps, and then one that, 4 games. And then this series was pretty close, but that, not really, and then, pretty expected, except Guardians beating Astros, that's unexpected, that's a upset right there. Yeah. Okay, it's the start of the off season. I got a score of like 470, but I don't care about that since most of this team isn't even mine. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that we can do. Victor Robles. How much money is it for? I don't know if it's worth it. He's not a horrendous hitter, and he's decent in the field, but he's not like amazing. I don't know what to do with Victor Robles. It's interesting. He can steal and bunt and run the bases. It's only $3 million. I'll execute it, but I think I could have gotten probably more, a cheaper option. Oh my god, my scout just discovered this guy. I mean, I'm about to fire the guy because he sucks, but he just found him? What is happening? Nickname Wizard? Are you kidding me? What is going on? I don't know the last time I've had a scouting discovery this good. This is amazing. I mean, he has low work ethic, but he's amazing. I mean, that changeup will not develop, but 3 other pitches probably pretty good. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen this, but the New York Yankees were just sold. What is happening? I mean, they haven't been good for a while. I mean, like, they had good teams, but they haven't won, they haven't been good in Yankees terms, but oh my god. Unmerciful? Oh, wow, okay. Okay, that'll be interesting. The, prospect rankings came out, so if you want to look at this, here you go. I will be going over my prospects, though, in a little bit, like, in the system. Like, for instance, Dalen Lyle's not ranked in the top 100, but I think, like, for us, he could definitely be pretty solid. If we need to, could fill in that center field in the future, bat first, Brian Reynolds type, but, I mean, even then, he could be good, and Gavin Adams looks, if he can develop that, he's emergency starter type situation, but I think he could be a really good reliever, mostly. That doesn't help, but yeah, Kevin Maid, dude, he might be our shortstop this year. I don't know. He looks pretty good. How did we get him? Oh my god, that Jamer trade was crazy good for the Nationals. He's probably not going to be much unless he gets some boosts here. Hopefully control, really, but he needs that to really be good. Same thing with him. Cole Henry didn't do that good in the 9 starts we gave him. ERA plus is positive, though. But he wasn't crazy great. But hopefully he keeps developing. I mean, he looks like he's going to be solid. Then, you know, reliever type. I mean, it could be a starter, but the control I don't really like. And then to our ranked ones, 141st. I mean, defense for a shortstop, I do prefer defense over bad at short. And he doesn't look horrendous. And he's only 19. I mean, he looks pretty good. Yarlin Susana. He was in the, the Soto and Bell trade, you know, along with all the other guys. He's still only 19, and I mean, he has a long way to develop all this stuff. But if he turns into this, that'd be great. James Wood, another guy from that trade. Just power first, you know. Outfield bad, I mean. Maybe plays first in the future. He's not great defensively. He's not awful, though. Elijah Green, I mean, you know. He's going to be good. We have a lot of young outfielders on this team, so if a couple don't develop, that'll be okay. Because, you know, he's a little back there. Yep, here's Robert Hassel. He's getting pretty close. I mean, out of the top 4 outfielders, I don't know. He might be my least favorite in ratings-wise in here. I think he has a higher chance of becoming good since he's already there, but he is already 22. But here's our guy, Dylan Cruz. I mean, he's a year younger, so hopefully in that year he gets up to there, but he has a chance of becoming, you know, the future. Well, I mean, he is the future of our team. Really. Not great defensively. He's not a corner outfielder, too, so I don't know. What was, Green or Hassel might be our future center fielder. I'm not really sure. Or, you know, we go somewhere else. Who knows? Okay, we're making this trade. It's not realistic whatsoever. But Trevor Williams, 3 random guys. Yeah, you know, trash guys for Matt Mervis, Brennan Davis, and $5.5 million. They don't have a 40-man for him. They had him demoted him because he couldn't hit in AAA for some reason. Mervis sucked in the MLB. Probably will regret doing this because it'll make everything weird, but you know. Wow, okay. Why? That's like the best trade that possibly could have happened. I'm gonna make the difficulty a little higher for that. Okay, I could have gotten crazy deals for Robles, like Sandy Alcantara and Logan Webb and all that. I'm not doing it, but the Giants don't have a real center fielder. They have a ton of corner guys, not really a center fielder, so they get a center fielder in Robles by giving us Lamonte Wade and $6 million, but they also get 2 prospects to balance it out a little bit. Still not super realistic, but I already turned up the difficulty. This is what they're giving me. For Arb, we're withdrawing on Rainey. Smith was tough, but also he wasn't good, and I don't really want him. I have already other first baseman, as in Lamonte Wade and Joey Meneses. Chavis, yeah, not really. I thought about keeping Carter Kieboom, but $1.2 million, I'd rather use it somewhere else. I don't really need him. Here are the Gold Glove winners for the American League. And here's the National League. We got Josiah Gray. Won a Gold Glove. I mean, dude, yo, put him in the field. Let him play third, play corners. Come on. He's actually pretty solid. He kind of rebounded to have an average year. Kind of surprising. Bautista gets reliever of the year, and then Devin Williams. Okay, I'm interested in this trade. Jose Miranda for Dominic Smith and Paul Adonis. I'd be giving up a young pitcher. He's only 21. Ceiling not super high. Dominic Smith I wanted to just release anyways, but Jose Miranda, getting him for like 5 years. Wasn't good in the MLB, but very low scouting though. So if you go here, it's still like, that's a solid third baseman right there. Not really interested in that one. Now the problem with this is that the Cardinals trade, they also offered Dominic Smith for Alec Burleson. Burleson not that good defensively. Neither is Miranda, but I can hide him. Burleson, that contact potential is real good. I don't know what I really want to do. I'm pretty interested in this. I'd be giving up a 19-year-old pitcher too, but again, not super big deal, you know? I don't care about Kramer Robinson, but Alec Burleson, kind of interesting. Just mostly the contact potential. If it gets up to 70, I mean, if that's really what he's like, I mean, that's crazy. And I would take that over Dominic Smith. But I'm going to wait a little bit. Hopefully my scouting report comes in before the trade expires. Here are the Silver Slugger award winners. Eric Young Jr., our first base coach, left to be the bench coach of the Brewers, so I'll be, having to replace that. Dude, this is that scouting discovery. Number 7 in the league right now. I'll do it again, just get him very high, but dang. I'm not gonna want, no. Who's Pedro? Yeah, I mean, Yoshida, Rookie of the Year, Corbin Carroll. Jared Kelenic is now a New York Yankee, and Matt Festa for Willie Gay. What is this trade? I mean, oh my God. What is going on? Logan Gilbert is a Tampa Bay Ray. Why are these trades happening? He better be, oh my God, he's not even that good. Is he like, okay, I get it. Harold Ramirez, I mean, he bats, 300, 285, 2 years in a row, whatever. He can't really play outfield defense that good, and he's a first baseman, and you're giving up Logan Gilbert. Why? Framber won the Cy Young. And Zach Gallen beat out, why is Wheeler second? So, I mean, he finished not that good, and Gallen did, but dang. Yeah, no. No. Oh my God, why is Alejandro Kirk being traded to Houston? What is going on? Okay. I don't understand any of this. Ohtani MVP, obviously. And Ronnie, that's pretty obvious too. I mean, yeah. Only finished with 37 homers. It's a little surprising, but he batted 343. Okay, I'm gonna do this trade. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, I'll do this. Once, where's, yeah. Okay, 1 second. I need to go back, and then... Yeah, I'll do it for Alec Burleson. Scouting report came back pretty much the same. I would also like to figure out a way to get Jose Miranda. I don't know how, but I'll see. Okay, it was actually pretty straightforward. Hunter Harvey and Pablo Aldonis for Jose Miranda. Surprised Royce Lewis has that high ratings, to be honest. I guess he's been better than what I feel like he has, but yeah, they already have a third baseman right there, so they don't need Miranda. So I'll take him off their hands for pitching prospect, which, I mean, is valuable. I was wondering about getting him some action, but I think it's an upgrade. Okay, Grayson Rodriguez, and I mean, that's a pretty solid prospect right there too, and whatever. Traded for Trevor Bauer. Why? No. Just no. He opted into his contract for some reason, and then was traded to the Guardians for... Did they get anyone? No, he was okay. He's okay. I mean, you know. Slaves are showing me. For JT, I mean, I don't understand these. Joe Barlow was just traded. I mean, not Joe Barlow. Scott Barlow was just traded for Matt Olson. I mean, not that Matt Olson, but, you know. In what world is this a fair trade? Jay Groom to the Angels for Reed Detmers and $10 million. Jay Groom was trash compared to Reed Detmers. Compared. I mean, statistically wise. I mean, I know he had a 601, but still, Jay Groom hasn't made the majors and is already almost 26. And you're giving, like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Why are the Giants Why? Why would you do that? Okay, I offered a real cheap deal to Aaron Nola and a minor league contract to this, you know, international free agent. And then I have a couple of people shortlisted that are like former MVPs because the owner wants one. And I offered a couple guys that they didn't really like the offer, but I don't have a ton of money. So, yeah, once Corbin comes off the books next year, that'll open up about 35 more, and then it's going to be a while before Strasburg's off, but we're not a broke team, just we're spending a lot of money on a couple key guys. Okay, so we made this trade. We traded away Joey Meneses and Aldo Ramirez, you know. But we got Adrian Morejon, young lefty reliever, but can start. I mean, this says starter. Yeah, he can start. And then, you know, backup catcher / everywhere, Austin Nola. And this prospect, which high worth ethic, I keep saying that, work ethic, and high intelligence. I mean, he's already 22, so hopefully he can get some of that, but since he's a little bit older, probably not, but good defense, you know, Ain't slow. Solid. And, 1.61 just in cash to make it work. Austin Meadows' horrendous time in Detroit has finally come to an end. They just get rid of a corner outfielder because they have so many of them, and yet they just got another one right back. And Austin Meadows that, that right there for Detroit, And they gave up Patrick Bailey, their future catcher that was amazing. Don't really know what they're doing. But Meadows is out of Detroit now. Okay, we're trading Kyle Finnegan. I'm not sure how I feel about this trade, really, but Kyle Finnegan, because he's been solid for 4 straight years now. Just been really consistent. But we need some more money. So we're going to be getting Solak, and they're retaining some of it. These trades are so stupid. Nolan Jones, which looks great, was just traded to the Giants for Miguel Sano. He had 13 homers in San Francisco, which is hard to do. Big stadium. In 32 games. I mean, that's crazy. He batted .322. He was on fire for a month. And he's going to absolutely destroy in Colorado. But they gave up Nolan Jones, who batted .297. I mean, with 1 more home run and 3 times as many games. But can play third. Can play first even better than Sano. Can play left. Can play right. If he really wanted him, could play second. I mean, these trades, I don't know what's really going on, but they're horrendous. Baltimore gets more pitching depth with Jose Quintana from the Mets for Jordan Westburg. Solid young bat. I mean, the Mets in the future are kind of going to be nasty with their minor league, system. Francisco Alvarez, obviously. Whoever the heck that guy is. They not... yeah, he's there. Where's, They're not showing those... Yeah, Drew Gilbert. I can't think of the, There's got Luis Angel Acuna. And then, got another outfielder. I can't think of his name right now, and I don't see him really right here. I don't think it was him. But yeah, I mean, that could be real good. David Bednar is now on the Diamondbacks. He's going to be their closer. He's going to be real good on a real good team. Omar Narvaez back on the Mariners for Harry Ford. Harry Ford looks nothing. Well, actually, no. It's not nothing, but it doesn't really look like him. But yeah, Narvaez. The Mets are really emptying their, bank. They are getting rid of anybody that's making money besides the top 3 guys. Oh, wait, they retained all of Narvaez's salary. Holy crap. And they retained 85% of him. They retained 90% of Ottavino. Dude, that's crazy that they're doing this. They are just... Wow. Big trade that just happened. The Braves just extended Joe Jimenez for 3 years and then immediately trade him and Vaughn Grissom to St. Louis for Tyler O'Neill. They have another corner outfielder. He struggled, but Tyler O'Neill, plays good defense, is fast, has power, he's a 5-tool player. But now he's in Atlanta. Marcus Stroman has been traded to the Boston Red Sox for Dalton Rogers. Now, he really struggled in this at the end of the year. Really just inflated his ERA a lot at the end. So, he's not the pitcher that he was at the beginning of the year in real life, it looks like. Cubs are eating 80% of that. That's interesting. The Rockies finally have a good defensive outfielder to play center field. They gave up that guy, and then this is really the guy they gave up. Even though for a first baseman, still not like crazy good numbers. I mean, you play a little third, but still, I mean, that's not like a huge ask right there. I like the trade for Colorado because that's like their biggest problem is they refuse to get good defensive center fielders. I don't know why. And he had a good year last year, obviously, offensively, but they refuse to have good defensive outfielders there for some reason. I never get it. Here's my ballot for the Hall of Fame. I mean, you know, some of them not really worthy, but I am the type of person that says, fill up all 10 slots, you know? Can't not do it, you know? I mean, these two definitely probably shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, I don't think. Maybe. Again, Bartolo, really not, but, you know. Fill up all slots. I kind of didn't know who else to put down there. I mean, some of the guys I've never even heard of, to be honest. No idea who this guy is. No idea who this guy is. I'm gonna be called out for that one. But yeah, I mean, there's like, I refuse to put him there, because look that up. And I mean, you know, James Shields now. Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead of Egon, yeah. I mean, he's way better, but, you know, there's the whole PD stuff. But also, if you look, I don't really have anything with PDs with the other guys, so, yeah. I'm thinking about Chase Utley, too. Just something about Chase Utley, I've always... There we go. I'll do Chase Utley. Big extension here for Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, I know it's because he'll be getting up in age, but still, it's not a ton of money. You know, obviously didn't have the MVP type year he just had, but interesting he, you know, decided to stay in St. Louis for not that much. We have signed Wu Sheng Zhuang. Hopefully I pronounced that right. You know, mid-20s guy, you know, bunch of defense, good speed, good at bunting, not a good hitter, but hopefully he could turn into, you know, I mean, he has like, what, 1 year development left? Just get that to average. I mean, he could be a bench guy. I mean, he's minor league contract, not a big deal. Big one, Cody Bellinger decided to sign with the Baltimore Orioles. That is a big one right there. He had a real good year last year. Obviously, excellent defense. Baltimore gets another piece to load up on their team right there. They still need more pitching, but they got a center fielder right there instead of Cedric Mullins. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with Cedric Mullins. Maybe I'll look into getting Cedric if they don't want him anymore. There it is. Bo Jackson is our first base coach coming to Washington. Don't necessarily know why, but he agreed to it, and I will take it. Okay, here's an interesting trade. Santander for Benintendi, straight up. Now, Santander had the better year, and in this is better defensively. Is slower, like not as good as a runner. He's also making less. Okay, I guess they get to... Even though he's making less, it's about the same, and they get Benintendi for 4 years instead of Santander free agent. So that kind of, I mean, they're shoring up their outfield long term. So now I assume he'll be right in right or Austin Hayes maybe. I mean, they have prospects coming up too. I mean, Orioles are I mean, he could be a okay decent leadoff hitter, or bottom of the order hitter for them. Really, I mean, it's a great move to be honest. The more I thought about it, big one, Kyle Lewis. Kind of after he disappeared, going for Jack Leiter. I mean, that's a big deal. Jack Leiter fell off the face of the earth. I don't understand what happened and how he's like not highly ranked on any list at all anymore. I don't know why, because even people that struggle in the minors, they can still get ranked high or whatever, But no, not Jack Leiter just disappeared. I mean, if I knew he was available, I mean, Kyle Lewis kind of still has okay ratings in this, so might have not been able to get him, but Jack Leiter. I wonder if anyone has the answers to why he disappeared. Oh my god. Aaron Zavala. Life Palmer. Not a big deal. Him, just random reliever. But Evan Carter. He's great at everything besides bunting, and who cares? I mean, his prospects. He's fat. Can't get rid of fast. And can't get rid of speed. Okay, but hitting, it'll develop. Still young. But there's a 77th ranked prospect in the whole league, and they gave it up for Chris Martin. They got Kyle Lewis, but who knows how he's gonna be in a couple of years? But you got 37-year-old Chris Martin for Evan Cart. Why? And here's the bombshell. Alonzo Richardson, not a huge prospect. What is this? What is this? Why? I'll take Corbin Burns for 2 nobodies. I mean, yeah, he's no, 21 and 23 for a year of Corbin Burns. I mean, what would I have to give up for Corbin Burns? I mean, I can't afford him, but I mean, I gotta find some money somewhere, but I mean, what do I gotta do? Minnesota just traded for Rowdy Tellez for a couple of guys. Max Muncy going to the Mets. They are unloading guys and still paying them and signing guys still. Max Muncy. I mean, he walks, he hits some home runs. He got 39 of them. Interesting contract, though. And, oh my god, and they got this guy, which was an international, way less than what he was asking for a minute ago. But he saw that Muncy was going, they cleared up some room, and they got Juan Ambriz, switch hitter, 33 years old, but he's gonna be good. At least it looks like it. That's a bit of a different scouting report right there, but yeah. Okay, I was trying to get Aaron Nola, but it looks like the Rockies, of all teams, are trying to outbid me. I mean, that's still not that much for Aaron Nola. I already have your brother. Just sign with me. Come on. There goes Vogelbach. Pagan. They just extended Pagan and he's already gone. Okay, here's a trade. I don't want to give him up, and he can leave. But if he left, it'd be for money. But I'm still retaining it, and it's only $1 million. nobody. Not a nobody, but not great because his personality sucks. He's not great. He's not. Yeah, I'm good. Milwaukee trades for Kenley Jansen. Oh my God. Okay, to get rid of a corner outfielder, they ship Austin Hayes to Colorado for Ryan McMahon, third base. They have Gunnar Henderson. What are they doing? I mean, they get him for 4 years. They would have only had him for 2. I mean, they're setting up a 4-year window, really. I mean, they did give up a big pitcher, but he might be really a reliever. I don't know, but I mean, it's kind of makes sense. Everybody on 4-year deals, you know. Okay, hold on a second. They just traded him to Milwaukee. Right before that, they signed him to a 2-year extension. And St. Louis gets Blake Snell. Interesting. How much money? Not that much. That's pretty cheap. I mean, that is... Think about it. He had a great middle of the season. He is making... What? Matt Boyd got like a 1-year, $10 million deal after coming off Tommy John. And then has another one. But, like, that's so cheap. And for the lottery, we weren't even in it, really. Not in the top, 6, but some teams did move up, though. The Mets getting lucky. So wait, were we supposed to be in the top 6 and we moved out, maybe? That sucks. I wish they showed kind of where, everyone was, the rest of the teams, but that's fine. Of all things to happen, I don't think anyone will ever say that this will happen. Kershaw goes to Miami for 3 years. What is going on? That makes no sense. JD stays in LA, but it's the other LA. Daniel Hudson to Seattle. Then they got Chris Martin, and they extended him for 2 more. Oh my God. Well, yeah, you gotta extend him. You gave up one of your best prospects for him, but holy crap. And now I'm trying to be outbid by Pittsburgh. I mean, yeah, sure. And yeah, okay. Justin Turner is now on the Brewers, one of the teams he was rumored to go to instead of Boston. Or was it a couple years ago? I think it might have been after the World Series he was rumored to go there, but then re-signed with the Dodgers. It looks like the Mariners wanted Pablo Lopez, and they get him to eat some of the money for not that good of a prospect. I don't get some of these. Okay, here's an interesting trade. So we'd be giving up Mikey Tepper, a young minor league pitcher, and Victor Arano, like, solid reliever, kind of more of a specialist guy. Like, he's just okay, He'll get the job done. Pretty cheap, too. We'll be giving that up essentially for an upgraded Mikey Tepper and Jaden Ham. Low intelligence, low scouting, but, I mean, it's kind of similar. But, like, all the way around. And probably the changeup won't get that much better. It usually doesn't, but I don't don't see a reason not to, really. I mean, besides, like, it's just giving up a reliever essentially for an upgraded version of him, but he's not going to be that good, it's looking like. I kinda... Yeah, we'll do it. Save us some money, too. Okay, this is a big one. So, Christian Vasquez was just traded to Cincinnati. I assume to be their backup, I guess, because they already have Stevenson. So, I don't really know why they're getting him. And they're giving up Chase Petty, which, if my scout's accurate, he's going to be really good. But, and he's only 20, but for a backup catcher, that's already 33, and I guess you're only paying him $2 million a year for the next 2 years, but still, I don't understand these trades. Okay, we're at the Rule 5 draft. We'll be picking 7th. Bob, what is this Rule 5 draft already? What is going on? I mean, I don't know why was he available? Dane Dunn, I mean, in real life, I think, that's probably not going to happen. He's having a great year. Willie Calhoun was just, what I don't... Okay, you gave up Festa and Kalanick to get him, and you don't put him on the 40-man, and then he gets drafted in the Rule 5 draft. I don't understand some of these moves, man. Okay, I'm going to take a look. Okay, to me, even though he's going to be probably a long-time reliever, there's still a chance he could start. His numbers look pretty solid. I'm not quite sure on him, because then also you got Sandlin's a reliever here and all that. There's also a couple guys here that, look pretty interesting, but there's a ton of outfielders. I mean, this guy looks solid. Can't really hit, but I mean, he plays great defense. He runs. I mean, that's a great bench bat right there. And, that's a great backup catcher right there. Like, and this guy's interesting. There's guys, but for some reason, Joey Quintino is calling my name, man. Lefty can still get righties out. He's, like, solid. His control's not great, but it's not horrendous. He could maybe start. He started at AAA. He wasn't good at it, but he started. I want to get him. Mazika. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Talkman. Ricardo Sanchez. Name's familiar. Don't really know him, but the name was familiar. Ciani. Good defense for him, I'm pretty sure. Not a lot of guys are getting people. Pavin Smith just taken. Never really panned out. Okay, I mean, there's still a ton of guys. I mean, I might go with him, but we have Riley Adams, so, I mean, we don't really need him. Nick Sandlin's good. Really more of a righty specialist. He can hit some homers. I mean, Warming Bernabelle. Leo Jimenez I really do like. George Valera. Kevin Alcantara. Grant McCray is interesting to me because he plays such good defense. I can use him in center. And if he develops, I mean, that's a great center fielder right there. I think I'm going to try it. Yadiel Hernandez. I don't care. He's 36 years old. What do you think about Leo Jimenez? He could be my starting shortstop since CJ is going to be out for a while. He can play a bit of everywhere. Really solid. Barros is interesting. Marcano's there. Parker Meadows. I mean, he can also play defense and run. Joshua Mears, I mean, he's okay. Looks like he has some pop. I mean, I'm tempted. I'm really tempted just because homers are hard to come by sometimes. I think I gotta go Leo Jimenez. I'll go with him. Okay. Valaire, I mean, he looks even better the other way, dude. On OSA, he looks even better. Alcantara's interesting. He's young, too. I don't even think I have enough room. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know how I feel about this. There's some other guys that I want, but like, he looks kind of good, man. Why in the world would I get Paul Campbell? Unseal Perez is another guy I looked at. I mean, here, let's see if I can even do it. I don't even think it'll let me. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that was just the problem, not the fact that, yeah. At one point, it was a big deal that both Kumar and Jack Leiter were in Texas. Well, they're both gone now. They also sent Justin Foscue out, which, oh wow, he looks pretty good, but for, I mean, a reliever, why are they giving up so many big guys for relievers? I would gladly take Justin Foscue. And let me just show one card of his I absolutely destroyed with. Trey Wingenter back on the Red Sox. I think he was there. Okay, this is the craziest trade I've ever received. Ruben Santana, number 74. He's 18, about to be 19. He has a ton of contact potential. Okay fielder. I mean, decent power potential. But he's forever away. I'd be sending them Steven Strasburg. I would be retaining 90%. He says to do it. I'm going to scout him. I don't know if this is a great trade. Because, if Strasburg performs well, I mean, I could maybe get more of his money off the books. Yeah, it's more of a money thing for them. I'll look into it. Okay, I think I worked it out to something I like. I don't know how I feel about giving up these two guys, but I got it down to retaining 17.5, and if I did the math correctly, that takes off 17.5 from all 3 years. But we're taking on Jace Peterson on the 1 year $5 million. Then Merrill Kelly, 1 year $8 million team option. I'm declining it. Tommy Pham, 2 year deal, so I'll pay $4 million next season. And then Scott McGough, $3 million player after he could leave, or I just decline that. I'll decline it if he opts into it, which he probably will. I'll be giving up Strasburg, and I'll still be paying half his salary. I'll be giving up a reliever, which I can find relievers. I mean, we're a bad team. Relievers don't matter, okay? When you're a bad team. And then this guy, which, if he develops, he's an okay starter. If he doesn't, it's okay. He's essentially 21. This guy, depth outfielder. This guy is no one. So our money is technically dropping. But I get 17.5. Well, I get like 13.5 because I still have to pay his salary. And then I get 17.5 that year. I think it's a win. I don't know what anyone else's opinion of it would be, but I think it's a win. Following up my trade that was a little weird, what the heck is this? The Tigers get... Okay, so the Tigers gave up this guy. No one. For Edwin Arroyo, which, oh my god, looks like the best shortstop prospect in the league, and then this reliever, but serious, why? I could have got him. Wow, that would have been real helpful. Yeah. Oh my god. What is what? What is this? This franchise, this, whatever you want to call it, this is garbage. This is horrendous. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. This doesn't make any sense. This is the worst possible result that could have ever happened. Why did he go to Oakland? Why did Oakland offer them? I mean, why did they spend money on what? That doesn't make any sense. Shohei Ohtani just joined this team. Their next highest paid player is Aledmus Diaz, Luis Rengifo, Drew Wyszynski. What did he do? Why would he do that? That's garbage. That's so bad. What is going on? Whatever, what, I don't know what Out of the Park Developments did to their engine, but this trading system has been completely ruined. It used to be so good. They already have two catchers. They already have two of them. So you give them Stevenson, and then why would the Reds give up Stevenson when they would have him for 3 years with their young core that they have coming up? If they trade it for a huge prospect, that would almost make sense to bolster a little bit for the future, but they got Griffin Canning. The guy had a 5.4. It makes no sense. And now they're trying to get Nola from me. I can't let that happen. Now, here's an interesting trade. Luis Urias, not amazing, but he's solid. Josiah Gray, complete trash in this. Has been in real life too, but always slightly kind of, you think maybe he'll turn around. He hasn't, but I don't know if I'm ready to give up on him yet. My team is like real ready to tank. I might as well leave him in the rotation to tank even more and yet save face, saying, well, it's the young guy that used to be a really big deal. In the, wasn't that Scherzer, Trey Turner? Yeah. Might as well keep him in the rotation. Can't be losing that trade like that. Dallas Keuchel, somehow in the league. Back on, went from Minnesota to Atlanta. Okay. Take that back. It wasn't Minnesota. He was signed with the Cardinals, I guess. Joe Kelly signs with Arizona. Patrick Wisdom was just traded for Michael King. That's an interesting move. Kind of makes sense for both-ish teams. Except for the Cubs. If the Cubs already lost Bellinger. And they're giving up another one of their man hitters. Maybe it doesn't, but I mean, what's Tristan Vierling like? Okay, I take it back. They got a prospect. It makes sense. Why? I don't know why I questioned it. Milwaukee gets more offense with Jorge Polanco. And Minnesota's eating it. How much? 85%. Dude. John Brevier signs with Tampa. Okay, here's a trade offer. Interesting. Not interesting. Not interesting. Not really. Do I give up Lane Thomas for Mitch Bratt? I'm not going to. He loves it? I don't... No, if you gave me one other guy that was somewhat interesting, I'd do it. If that's all it would take. Here. Is it... Okay. So they kind of want to do it. I don't know who they would be willing to give up. Oh wait, no, they don't even want to do this. Yeah, no. Jack Peterson, back on the Dodgers. Got a bit of money to go back to. Okay, we are then flipping Tommy Pham, Jace Peterson to the Texas Rangers. They're in win now mode. They already got a ton of relievers and pitching, so they'll give us this guy. He's just a depth starter for us / bullpen. Don't know if we leave him in the MLB team. I have no idea. I just really wanted as much money of these two guys gone, and he helps me save money. And he's humble. Doesn't want money. I like him. We improved by 4.7 this year, and we'll improve by 4 more next year. Okay, then we're flipping Scott McGough, whatever, and Nick Solak For John Curtis, they're eating 25%. So we're improving by another 3 million. Which we need more money. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. I can flip Merrill Kelly eating half his salary for the guy that just won the Cy Young. Why am I allowed to do that? I'm not going to, because that's crazy. But I thought about it. I definitely did think about it. I am thinking about this one too, because that'll free up some more money too. Yeah, I'm doing it. For Nick Senzel. I mean, you know. Sell the defense. Less money than Merrill Kelly. That's all it is. Adam Duvall goes to the Tigers. Not a bad deal. Pretty good deal, to be honest. Here we are, trading Senzel and Curtis for Marcus Walden. Get more money off the books. We're actually going to throw Sean Doolittle in there for an extra $2.5 million. Okay. Lane Thomas. And a bunch of guys that don't matter. And Matt Cronin. For Aaron Ashby. 100 for the next 6 years. 100% retained. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. All retained. We'd have to deal with the option. But I like it. So the Pirates got Eric Hosmer, which he ended up having a really good year for the Cubs. And somehow earned that. I don't know how he ended up doing that, because it's Eric Hosmer. But it worked out. Loizaga now on the Dodgers for, oh yeah, I forgot to show this. Jason Hayward signed an extension because he balled out in LA, but now he's on the Yankees. Has to shave that. Matt Chapman to the Twins. Not a huge deal, but he did real good last year. I mean, I could have afforded it. I could have went after him. I wasn't sure if it was the best option for me at the time, though. Matt Moore to St. Louis. Drew Pomeranz to the Mets. Jamer to the Dodgers. How long is he there? 3 years, only $7 million a year. Mitch Garver to the White Sox. They lost Grandal, so they bring in Garver. Interesting. Scout just discovered this guy. He has good traits. Probably won't ever be anything, but the traits are nice to have. Another huge trade. Jesus Lazaro to Tampa Bay. I mean, he ended up falling off pretty hard at the end of last year, but they get Randy Arozarena, which isn't amazing in this game, but he's still definitely really good. I wouldn't say definitely really good. He's solid. He's solid at defense and can run a bit, not a ton. And then he's the type of hitter in this game that is very streaky. But, I mean, and then Taylor Ward is on the Cubs now for, that's nobody, and that's no, okay. They sold him for nothing. And now Frankie Montas is on the Guardians for Yankees won this trade, so, no, you'll see. Frankie Montas actually has good stats, but he's on a 1-year deal. And his stats look not that far behind him. I mean, he won't ever have good control, but if he develops that slider curve, maybe a little change, that'll shoot up. He'll be better than Montas not that long from now. Now, Tim Anderson is on Arizona. I'm also very surprised the White Sox didn't. I mean, his rating sucks, so I guess that's why they didn't pick up the option, but it's a 3-year deal for as much as the option would have been. It's an interesting way that his time in Chicago ends. That's odd. But what's the Guardians' rotation now? So they have Montas. I don't know if they have it updated. No, they don't. But they have Tristan McKenzie, which is really good. Corbin Burns now. I forgot they got Eduardo Rodriguez. Then Shane Bieber, which I was tempted to trade for him because they offered me him for some, I can't remember who, but it would have been too unfair, you know, but I wasn't ready to spend money yet. And then now they have Montas in the 5 spot. Their rotation is crazy good. Still have Gavin Williams, Logan Allen as depth, Battenfield, Stefan. I mean, they have guys. And then Class A, of course, is nasty. I mean, their pitching staff is going to be crazy. I mean, they have guys that hit. The Guardians are a good team. Real good team. Arias is looking like he's pretty good. I mean, Jimenez, I mean, dude. Estrada stole 19 bags. I mean, you know, they have their key guys on offense, and they have the best rotation and a solid bullpen. Soler ends up going to Baltimore. 3-year deal. Baltimore is really getting a ton of position players for 3 to 4 years. I think the strategy is going to work out, I think. I mean, pitching, they need some help. But Benintendi, Rutschman, Bellinger, Gunnar Henderson, Cedric Mullins, Ryan Mountcastle, Ryan McMahon's their second baseman, Jorge Mateo at shortstop. Kyle's just on the bench. I mean, they have a lot of guys. Ramon Urias is a bench player against righties. Cedric Mullins is on the bench against lefties. Now pitching, I mean, their ace is Trevor Bauer, so they need some help there. I mean, Quintana, I mean, John Means, I mean, the rotation, I mean, oh gosh, you know, not great. But their lineup, really good. Liam Hendricks ends up going to the Seattle Mariners, and I was after him. Legitimately just offered him a contract. And he decides to go like $2 million more or something for Seattle. For the second time in Aroldis Chapman's career, he has been traded from one team at the deadline to then re-sign with them in the offseason. I don't know why he's going back to Kansas City. I don't know why. But he did it again. Sonny Gray ends up signing with Kansas City, rejoining them after 2 years in Minnesota. Yeah, just 2 years in Minnesota, and he signs with Cincinnati. I mean, they have a young team coming up. It makes sense. What is happening? What is this? What? You got Connor Cable? You got Connor Cable. Connor Cable. 26? Nothing. You gave up Torkelson. Your future... The future. Your future. You gave up Torkelson. I get it. His ratings kind of suck in this game. He wasn't good in, whatever. Why? Though. It's not like they're competing. You got a guy that's 2 years older. Their team sucks. Will Smith's going to Pittsburgh. They traded away Bednar. Then they sign Will Smith to a 1-year deal. Kind of a nice move right there. Marlins ended up getting Marco Luciano and Luke Jackson for CJ Hinojosa, and that don't make sense. But then Whit Merrifield goes to Milwaukee, and you're like, that makes perfect sense. That just makes all the sense in the world. Why wouldn't he? No one ended up making the Hall of Fame. Okay, this is kind of a crazy trade, but if it works out, if everything goes perfectly, this could be the best trade I've ever made. But kind of crazy to give up Cody Bradford, Jackson Rutledge, and Matt Mervis, which he has homer potential, but I feel like I can get a better first baseman. Rutledge, yeah, young starter. Not great, though. And Cody Bradford, I think I'll be able to claim someone like him off waivers, maybe. Just for $2 million in international bonus pool room. And I think that would work pretty good. Now, I'm going to use that to sign him. Yeah. Hopefully that works. Because, I mean, he likes my organization. I can't just pass that up. And now, chances are he's not going to develop like that, but still, got to take a chance on it, you know? So, Gilberto Ocampo, I've been looking at him. I mean, I really want starting pitching to be the focus, you know, especially for the international prospects, because you can add, you know, young guys. Again, chances are not going to develop or, like, you know, needs arm surgery and it won't work out or whatever. Don't know how that potential is 55. That looks a lot higher than 55 to me. If he develops great, I mean, that's a top of the line starter right there. Then, an even better guy. I mean, that changeup won't really pan out. I know it won't. I mean, he could be nasty. High work ethic too. What was he? Did the other guy have anything? I mean, adaptability. That's not much, but yeah. I mean, now if we get that other guy, that'd be great. Alex Reyes, 3 years in the Dodgers, extended. But if we get that third guy, I mean, we could have that's a real good class of international free agents. 2 nice starters and a big time bat right there. Because he's the one I'm looking after. I also had looked at that guy. Was looking at him a little bit. Then, like, he's pretty good. I mean, you know, probably won't pan out. And then he was interesting because that power right there. Defense, not great. And he's already 18, so really probably not good. He was another guy. And then there was these 2 catchers with some power that would have been good. And then, yeah, him. So, I like, those 2 starters were the 2 guys I really wanted. Those are the first 2 guys I went after, and then the third guy was him because we already have a lot of outfielders, so I didn't necessarily think it was as important, but if we get him, and that just adds another guy to our depth right there, I mean, he's not horrendous defensively. He'd be a great left fielder, 70 potential right there. I mean, that's leadoff guy right there. Okay, we ended up signing Charlie Ammerman. I don't know where this guy really came from, but he wanted a 3-year deal, so I had to give him one. He could be okay. Could be pretty decent. He has okay numbers. He's a first baseman, but the guy that came out of nowhere, pretty cheap. Even if I end up having to eat $5 million, it's okay. This guy doesn't. They're trying to outbid me, and guess what? They ain't gonna do it. I don't care if I got it. Okay, Ken Giles and the Mets. 100 miles Giles. If I have to make another trade to open up more space, I will. Because I want this guy. I am now committed to this guy. I've already made a trade just to get this guy specifically. I will do it again. Well, we lost out on Aaron Nola. Last I heard from him, we were in the front seat. He never said that we were going to get passed up. But looks like we did. And they even did the whole entire first year real cheap too. I really did want him. Okay, so Kansas City is offering Panduro more than I even have left, so I will try to make a trade, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, so I couldn't make that trade work, so I can't, get that, player I wanted anymore, and I pivoted to like 3 other guys that I offered money, more spread out instead of one guy. Like that guy, this guy. Like, definitely less upside in every single way, but way cheaper. And, this guy, I mean, so what? I mean, if he pans out, he's, middle of the line starter. It's not, all-star type guy, but, and, now he wants more money. See, it's only 300K instead of like it was like $3 million for the other guy that I couldn't afford. Kimbrel to the Angels, kind of a great fit.